Hi friends, I wanted to discuss a topic on a day after the coronavirus disease 19 or COVID 19. How would human life be a day after COVID 19? Because the entire world has been topsy turvy after this infection of COVID 19. So, all the uh, hypothetical things and my viewpoints are put into this how the world might change after COVID 19. So let us watch this. There's also a disclaimer for this. So the views and opinions expressed in this blog are that of mine and do not necessarily reflect the official position or policy or position of any agency, organization, employer, or company that I am recruited of. Assumptions made in the analysis are not reflective of any position of any entity other than myself. And since we are all critically thinking human beings, these views are always subject to change, revision, and rethinking at any time. Please do not hold these viewpoints to be in perpetuity, and most of these are hypothetical in nature, and it might not be that these things would happen, but based on various readings that have gone through regarding the changes that might happen. So most of these hypotheses are logical hypotheses on the basis of which I'm talking about. So we have new heroes amidst us. These are the people who have changed the world for us. These heroes are the doctors, nurses, healthcare workers, police staff, janitors, ayahs and attenders, who are the real life heroes. Even when screen heroes are in the safety of their homes, these are the real heroes who have come out risking their own lives to make our lives better. So this particular video is dedicated to all these real heroes of our life who are most of the time unsung and unpopular or unimportant to us, but they are the most important, and their strength is revealed at the time of crisis. So welcome to the club, the new heroes. How is this COVID 19, a day after COVID 19, after there is a solution, how is it going to affect our family life? Already, our family life and the way of our thinking has already been made upside down. So, probably we have got used to spending more time with family, and we would prefer to spend more time with family even after COVID 19. So, most of us would prefer virtual socializing and get together and rather than meeting them directly, and we would also be having lesser crowd for various family functions like marriages, housewarming ceremony, birthdays, and anniversaries. How is our COVID 19 going to affect our religious belief and religion? So various religious belief and religion are there. So religious congregation, which we do it in a large scale at present, would be curtailed, and most of the religious thoughts and processes would be digital. So congregation would also be digital, and darshans would become, or visiting of pilgrimage would become digital also, and it would be more of the order of the day. So God and religion would become more of private affair and home events, and we would not like to put it into the open society, which leads to public gathering and the possibility of spread of epidemic diseases. So the impact of COVID 19 a day after COVID 19 is completely conquered. So what would be the impact on school and academics? Sanitizers and sterilization of students before entry into school and into the classroom would be made mandatory, and most of the parents would prefer schools which are nearer to home. School transport vehicles would be avoided, because again it's a place of people getting together or kids getting together. So increased number of students opting for homeschooling might drastically increase. Schools with lesser student strength per class would be sought after by parents, School uniform would include pullovers which have mask mandatory, not only to prevent the students from airborne infections but also from dust allergy. Virtual and digital classrooms would become more popular, and the mode of examination would be online, and it would also become order of the day both for the board exam as well as the competitive examinations. Again, as I told you, these are all hypothetical after the situations that we have faced, but society might think into these aspects of schooling as well as academics, or nothing might happen and we might be having our regular schools as we have at present. So most of students would be at home and they would be getting online tutoring. So many kids would be celebrating you get to homeschool and you get to homeschool. So the workplace, what changes might happen in the workplace is work from home, which was given only 1 day in 5 weekdays, would now be the other way around. Work from home might be on 4 weekdays, and the staggering workforce will have allotted weekday as exclusively office work. Bigger office would shrink to smaller office space. Most of the work that cannot be done from home would be outsourced to licensed professionals. Large scale manufacturing would be broken into smaller units similar to small scale industries with very little workforce, and also to provide better sanitized and hygienic work environment. Appraisals, one-to-one interviews, all this would be done through digital mode. What would be the mindset of workers after the COVID-19, a day after COVID-19? Is workers would prefer firms and industries which are nearer home and they offer more days of work from home. They would avoid traveling to on-site visits. Traveling abroad would become a rarity and workers would shy away from it. Workers would choose industries with better sanitizing and hygienic facilities. Workers would think twice before migrating to other places for jobs, both at the organized and the unorganized sectors. Rather, they would depend upon lesser pay and closer home. So these might be some of the mindset changes that might happen within the workers. Sports would also have a huge impact a day after COVID-19. More people would prefer to play sports than visit the stadium. That is a good change that might happen. They would prefer to watch sports at the comfort of their home. Stadiums would have high levels of sanitization and hygienic facilities to attract the spectators, and most of the sportsmen would prefer individual sports over team sports, non-contact and non-physical sports over contact and physical sports. So the type of sports that would be preferred by us as well as by the sportsmen would also undergo a drastic change. So what might be the changes in the political system? Well, as of now, most of the politicians would like to be the leader who has first found a solution for the COVID-19, either in the form of medicines or in the form of test kit. So there is a competition going among all the politicians of the world to be the first to reach there. The legal system would adopt cyber codes to have lesser contacts with people. Parliament sessions and debates would be more through video conferencing than going through the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. The leaders would avoid traveling abroad or within the country and would rather have their work allocated from their respective homes. Online ballots would replace the electric voting machines or paper votes. Make in India and Made in India would get the boost required. Many parts of the world service oriented industries would be nationalized, like banking, insurance, hospitals. So these might get nationalized. The globalization and liberalization, which made all the countries interdependent for products, would be slowly replaced by self-reliance and self-dependence of various nations. Protectionism might set in because COVID-19 has exposed the weak chunks of globalization and liberalization. Shift from global village to local village would be the policy of many governments. What would be the changes in the industry a day after COVID-19? A boom would occur in digital industry, which would offer customized home solutions from education, politics, sports, etc. Industries would recruit more of microbiologists, biotechnologists, biologists, and pharmacists. Artificial intelligence and robotic industries would take over human intensive labor in most of the industries. Automobile industries like two-wheelers might bring about changes to their vehicles with domes to provide a safe ride for their customers, which would prevent their exposure from germs, dust, and dirt. Humans, as well as drones delivering food, groceries, meat, etc., would get a big booster, as people would prefer to lesser visit to malls and public spaces. Home delivery would be the order of the day, and e-commerce would see a huge growth. So this is just the image of the two-wheelers, uh, which many of the companies might like to have, which are germ free, dust free, and dirt free. This sort of two-wheelers might become popular in the near future. Travel industry would take a huge impact. Countries whose economy is independent on tourism will be affected the most, like Thailand, Goa, and other places. They would be affected the most. Travel within the nation and outside would bear the brunt of COVID-19 havoc, because people have that fear factor of going abroad and carrying on the diseases that they might get infected in the process. Vacations would be more within the home. The adequate manners and hygiene that would undergo a change day after COVID-19 disappears on earth would be physical contacts like hugging, handshake, high fives. They all would be replaced by verbal greetings or namaskara. Personalized clothes, cosmetics, bathing products, etc. would never be shared, even within the family members. Sneezing and coughing in public places would be considered an uncivilized behavior. Pullover with face mask would be mandatory wearing whenever you have to step out of your house. So all these, or a few of these, might happen, or we might get back to our old ways as we were earlier. Only time has the answer. More the impact of COVID-19 that it has on human race, more the chances of the above discussed hypothetical viewpoints and imaginations might become a reality. One thing is assured, that is, man would surely immunize COVID-19 similar to poliomyelitis, and we will make a world free from COVID-19. It might take some time for this immunization process to be done for the COVID-19. So vaccinations might be developed. So let us hope for the best. Thank you. And before ending up, I would like to say all the viewpoints discussed are purely my own personal opinion. And as I have already told you, they are all, most of them are reasonable hypothetical statements and logical hypothetical statements. And all these are my own personal viewpoints and assumptions. So thank you. If you have liked this video, like and subscribe for this channel and share this video with others. So remain safe, remain at home, and remain healthy. Health is wealth. So let us so COVID-19 has assured us about this proverb, health is wealth. Thank you.